Hey YouTube, Jesse here with the Wandering Manus channel, and today I'm at Battlefield Vegas in wonderful Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here to give you a breakdown of what to expect when you come here to shoot guns. Let's check it out. Stand by.
Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, known for its hotels, its attractions, and of course its gambling and other activities that you can partake in. One thing you probably don't know Vegas should also be famous for is its firearms. Putting Vegas on that map is Battlefield Vegas, located just off the strip near Circus Circus Hotel and Casino. With opportunities ranging from shooting guns of all eras from World War I to the modern day, all the way from driving tanks, firing artillery, or shooting out of helicopters, you're bound to have a great time. Before we get to my gun extravaganza, which will be near the end of the video, I'd like to tell you about the experience. First, you go to their website and select a time to be picked up by one of their Humvees. This is a free service and is really great, really added to the experience. I will say the drivers were excellent. I've been about 4 or 5 times now, and I've never had an issue with any of them. They're really great. Be sure to tip them. Once you get there, you're going to drop you off at the Land, Air, Sea Museum, which is right in front of Battlefield Vegas. Give you an opportunity to walk around and check out what vehicles they have. You may notice throughout this video that I highlight some of the vehicles I'm very familiar with. I do not know the names or designations of all of them, so please excuse me for my ignorance on some of the more modern vehicles. This scout car, for example, wasn't here last time, so something I noticed is that the museum is ever changing. Every time I've come, there's new vehicles and different vehicles, so the experience does change throughout time. Through the outside museum, I wanted to go ahead and tell you a little bit about the online and actual in-person experience. One thing I've noticed is that you can purchase your weapons online. However, I feel like when you get there and being able to see it might be a better opportunity for you than actually purchasing online. It just really depends. You might have some other opportunities, or maybe they don't have a gun available that day. So I would highly recommend you wait until you get to the experience to make your purchases for firearms. As I spoke earlier, there are some other things you can do, like drive tanks, shoot artillery. You can also shoot out of a helicopter. Those packages are available for purchase. I would highly recommend you call them in advance. I would think that since those are done off-site, they would require some scheduling, of course, weather, and obviously other factors might be permitting, such as the vehicle's maintenance and so on. So I would definitely give them a holler ahead of time to make sure you can be able to do that. So the tank package, howitzer package, and helicopter experiences are on the little pricey end. The tank driving situation, as far as that goes, is about $2,500 as of 2022. So not everyone's going to be doing that. But hey, man, you got the cash, you want the job, go ahead and call them up. I'm sure they can take care of you. Now, on the firearms side, it's a lot easier for Joe Schmoes to be able to accomplish doing quite a bit in that realm. You know, the prices vary. I don't want to necessarily give out a bunch of prices because, quite frankly, they're going to fluctuate with ammunition prices. So depending on the gun you're going to fire, your ammunition prices are going to go up and go down. But something I did notice is that they do also offer packages. So if you want to fire quite a few different guns, like, for example, if you want a World War II only experience, if you want a, they call it a SWAT operator experience, depending on your level of firearms expertise, you may want to choose various different ones. Sometimes they have pistols. Of course, I shoot pistols all the time, so I will not prefer to do that, but that's up to the individual person on what type of guns they want to do. One thing I want to point out, if you are a new shooter or you maybe have a very low level of expertise in shooting, I want to let you know, don't be worried about it. If you've never shot a full auto before, they will make your firearm session one of the best you've probably ever had. The crew's very knowledgeable, they're very safe, they ensure that everyone on the range is safe, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, I guess is my point. On the contrary, if you've shot a lot of firearms, they do make it fun. It's not a macho or ego game, so definitely come prepared to have a good time. If you're interested in the tank package, this is the Chieftain MK8, which is an M1A1 Abrams replica mock-up that you'll be driving to cause this. At approximately 55 tons, this vehicle could do some serious damage, as you can see, so I'm sure that'd be a heck of a lot of fun to drive. Now, I'm not super familiar with their howitzer or the other opportunities you have to shoot out of a helicopter, but I do know they exist, so if you are interested in that, I would give them a call or check out their website. So something they just finished this last time, because it's only been 6 months since I last went, was they have a Black Rifle coffee stand now outside that sells various treats and Black Rifle coffee, which is located out of Austin here in Texas. So if you don't normally get access to that stuff, I would highly recommend checking out their coffee. It's really good. It's a veteran-owned company. If you've never seen one of their commercials, they're pretty hilarious. So I definitely give them a shout when you're there and check out their product. Now, when we get to the guns portion of the video, I would like to go ahead and put a disclaimer out that these were shot over several different times by several different persons, so the perspectives and the video quality is going to vary. But I did mostly World War II firearms, as that is my general interest and expertise. So their website has a list of all their available firearms to shoot, which are categorized by assault and battle rifles, machine guns, which are mostly belt-fed stuff, shotguns, sniper rifles, pistols, and of course their minigun and submachine gun experiences. They also have grenade launcher experiences, which I assume are going to be done at their outside range. Before we go inside, I did want to show you two of their items that were interesting to me. This particular Sherman, which they just added this last time, obviously in need of restoration, was pretty neat. But coming up here is an actual restored Sherman that actually served on Iwo Jima, which I thought was awesome. It's signed by the crew, which is incredible. And it's displayed in a very interesting format. You know, it's got the wood side armor, it's got the spikes up top to deter people from climbing on top, and the tracks and side armor is actually covered by the wood. You know, the bogies are covered, so it's something you don't see normally on Shermans that are restored. Typically, they're done in more of a stock format, but it's really cool to see this Sherman mocked up as it would have been on Iwo. I'm really glad that this museum still has this piece, and one thing that I'm super excited for coming up is going to be some videos on the National Museum of the Pacific War. I would highly recommend you check out those videos. They will be linked below as well. Once you're done with outside, go ahead and step into their interior facility. You can check out all the stuff they have for purchase. They have some very unique items, like some very unique patches and some other things that you might be able to buy online, but you can definitely find it here, and all the prices are pretty reasonable. You can check out all the collection of the firearms they have on the wall, and pretty much everything up display is available to shoot, which is awesome. I would highly recommend you go up to the counter and speak to the individuals working there. Very knowledgeable about the different guns, and of course can get you set up in whatever packages or a la carte firearms that you want to shoot. There really is no minimum amount of shooting that you can do. There's really no maximum, but of course I would, the more firearms you have, the more time it's going to take for them to prepare them. So I would go up earlier than later if you have more. That way they have ample time to get it, so you're not sitting around waiting. Once you have made your firearm selection and made your payments, they're going to give you a little buzzer like you would get at a restaurant, and you just kind of look around, stand around in the shop, check out the guns. They do have a bathroom facility there. You can go ahead and get prepared for your experience. It's something else, kind of waiting, you get a little nervous. You're like, man, I'm ready. And then that buzzer goes off. Oof, man, something else. Gives you a little bit of a rush, especially if you got something lined up like a minigun or something really fun. So after a brief wait, your buzzer's gone off. You go ahead and go to the behind the counter area. You're going to go ahead and get your safety glasses, your hearing protection, a little safety orientation, and your individual firearms person is going to take you back into the indoor range. Check out some of this video here of the range itself. It is one of the nicer indoor ranges I've been to. And, this particular time we went this last time was very empty, but I have seen it pretty full. So you get your individual range stall, get set up, they bring out your weapons on a cart and kind of gear you up to get ready. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut and let you enjoy the World War II and other guns experience that I had. But go ahead and make sure to stick around to the end for the minigun. It's going to be sweet. Let it go.
But there's a few different ones. I just want to make sure that
So after your experience is complete, go ahead and wrap up everything. They give you your targets as mementos and tell them where you want to go. They'll take you back to your original location or drop you off somewhere new.
I really hope you like this video of what to expect at Battlefield Vegas in wonderful Las Vegas, Nevada. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. As always, if you would like the video and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. This is Jesse with the Wandering Mantis. Until next time, signing off.